Fair use. Fair use.
All right. It's time for Papoose and Remy Ma, man. Yeah, I don't know if it's the new Cardi B and Offset or if it's just the black culture, you know. But now, Papoose saying Remy Ma gay. Let's find out what he talking about.
The beef between Remy Ma and Papoose is like watching a soap opera. It's getting out of hand, and it came just out of nowhere. And we know that Papoose is very happy with Clarissa Shields, but at the same time, they are going through a divorce. And Remy Ma was on Instagram Live with a tirade talking about Papoose's financial position.
I don't know what people have. Y'all don't know what people have. My ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included. Whenever y'all ready, the papers are there. I don't want anything, nothing, no things. I would like my jewelry. I would like it. Could you go pick up my jewelry from out of the pawn shop?
Other allegations have also been leveraged by Remy Ma, basically saying that Papoose pawned her jewelry, and you can see it here, right here. Too many lies to refute, but let's start with this one. Papoose, why were you in the pawn shop 6 months ago? Did you ever go pick it up? You had till your birthday to get it out. Why can't I find my Cartier bracelet? Sidebar, wait, there's more. I'll get those when I get home. Basically, she's saying that Papoose has been broke for many years, and basically he has a gambling issue, and he's doing stuff like even pawning her jewelry for money. Now, Papoose, he clapped back. He posts this particular e-filer confirmation. This was so easy to file for divorce. Why hasn't she done it? Pump faking. The only reason I haven't filed previously is for the sake of my daughter. She has to go to school. When two individuals behave like civilized adults, you can get a divorce peacefully, privately. And that was my intention. But when a person wants to be bitter and clout chase, it turns into a circus, which can lead to an embarrassment for my child. You just lie for hours straight, but actions speak louder than words. And you just called me yesterday trying to get back with me. And I said, no! Now remember, he did say, you just called me. Now Remy Ma is going to respond with these receipts.
I was trying to get back. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Here's my phone right here. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Let's go to my messages. Let's go. Let's flip this real quick. This is my messages. Look what he saved as. Bozo. Let's scroll down. Let's go to yesterday. This is yesterday. Let's go up. Look at him being my friend. Sending me pictures of the baby. My daughter's asleep. This is Tuesday. My daughter's asleep at 11:18. My daughter's asleep. She's asleep. She's asleep. This is the other day. This is the other day. Everything's fine, right? Ain't no issues. You ain't telling you sending those type of texts at 11 something at night, right? Okay, what I said, leave my baby alone. She should be thanking me. That's it. Everything he got yesterday at 10:59. Can you send me your lawyer's name and number? Just call my lawyer again. Like I told you, you have not retained or paid her. Tell Clarence to pay it. He will do it. I'm on hold. We'll be speaking to my lawyer shortly. I have no clue who that is. Spoke to my lawyer. We are meeting Saturday. Then we'll be ready for mediation. My lawyer just spoke to the person you said was your lawyer, and she stated she still hasn't been retained and that you should reach out, that she'll reach out to you. I'm tired of y'all playing public image games with me, and I'm being the bigger person, not playing back. I tried to be nice, but you played in my face. Garbage day is tomorrow, which is today. All things not belonging to me and my daughter will be on the curb tonight. I've been storing it for over 6 months. That's over 2. I spoke to my attorney again. She did not speak to your attorney since her and I spoke. We are meeting Saturday, which is the soonest her schedule allows. After that, we will be ready to proceed. The graduation is June 6th, right? No, it's June 5th. Stupid. Get back what you win. That's what. Stop playing with me. Every time you say something, I'ma bomb you. Shall I scroll back to when you was in Africa and people was wishing they got their shots?
Now, what she did here was basically show a bunch of text messages between them, all right, and going back and forth. But what didn't she show? The call log, because clearly the man said, "You called me yesterday trying to get back with me."
He's right, you know.
So reading is fundamental. You're talking about text messaging and he's talking about calling. So absolutely right there, I got to give you this. You're out, okay? And this is what you should have been dealing with, the call. You ignored that and went to the text when clearly that wasn't the case, even though your texts are saying like, hey, it's all about business. But anyways, Papoose wasn't done spilling the beans. He got on live himself and started coming with some receipts.
But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. They say, yo, Pap, this out here telling me
with the lame.
Your wife.
Sleeping
I said,
with the lame.
mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sick and for health, sickness and health. You know what I'm saying? Better for worse and death to us part. So you try to work through things. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. Because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And when I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little suck. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. A couple days go by, things a little peaceful around the crib. Me, her, and my daughter, we all sleep in the same room. We go to bed. You know what I'm saying? It's bedtime. We sleep together in the same bed every night. As we sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame. So after that, I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This is what you doing in here? This is what we doing? She started lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lame. I finds out she got an apartment 40 minutes away from our crib where she lays up with the lame, leaves and says she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib. Which I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So she got this. She got another crib, and shout to. I don't even want to put this in the bus, man, but this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family, but I ain't gonna put him out there.
So in this particular clip, Pap is talking about like basically you been dealing with this bum dude. You've been dealing with him. You've been dealing with a lame. The dude, he even knew was going around sleeping with his chick, but he really wasn't, like I said, tripping. He wasn't exposing anybody. He was doing everything, despite the fact that you was doing whatever you wanted to do. Now, I might say that, you know what, man, he's a simp. But you know what, though? Look, here's what I'm going to say. Hey, he married, he got a wife, he got a kid. He trying to protect his family, all right? Yeah. Most of us wouldn't do it, but hey, we going to have to be real. This is really some manly type stuff, even though it's simple at the same time, because he's still not exposing her. He's still not making her look bad in the public. Most dudes would have done exactly that. but she not even appreciative. This is why Papoose came back and said even to that pawning her jewelry part, ladies, can you a man tricking on a jigger that look like this? All my designer jewelry came with certificates, but my name on it, verifying that I purchased it. Pawn the jewelry and stop lying. You've been spending my money for years. Also, the money you made was made off the music that I wrote. Heard the knockout victim said I was obsessed with him. Jigga, I beat the dog-ish out of you and stomped you out. You had like 5 jiggers with you. I was by myself. Shout out to Jack Boy, man. He was there, and many, many others. Heard she bought that bum who never had jewelry in his life before he met her a Rolex. And that's BS chain. Hashtag Remy Sugar Mom. Now, he also just said, listen, at the same time, you bought him an apartment, you going over there and getting your cheeks clapped when you supposed to be with your husband, working it out and all this stuff. He hid all of this. But wait, there's more.
So we playing the audio, y'all, of the lame admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
Yeah, man. So far, she saying she.
Hold on.
Leave her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right though. Anything can happen. Well, that shit gonna be 3 months. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of her. That's gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that. Go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's stuck is because you do all these shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're going to play her basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with it to make sure you don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team this.
Damn. She said it. She just said it.
That is not true. That is not true.
I would have been stopped talking to this. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, I'm his wife, oh, the whole right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that. She's an adult. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand.
So the whole time, y'all arguing and the dude is not showing you no respect. Remy, I'm talking about Easy the Block Captain. You yelling at him talking about, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Yeah, just like you don't care. Now you mad because the dude don't care. He doing everything you doing to Papoose. And he dusty and he broke. Now you said that Papoose the brokest man you ever been with.
Stop the cap.
That can't be true. I mean, let's look at Easy Block Captain's teeth, how it used to be. You mean to tell me a dude that had money would be going around looking like a saber-toothed tiger?
Hell no. To the no.
So that gotta be cap. But wait, let's play this one.
I don't remember exactly what year it was, but she informed me, hey, such and such just came home, one of the individuals who she was locked up with. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. But I remember the name from when she was away. I don't think nothing of it. Oh, this year, we always celebrate our birthdays together. Me, her, and the baby birthday, my birthday, our family. They all come around. It's like, that's how I was raised, so I'm real big on family. So this particular year, she says, I want to have an all-girls party. So I'm like, okay. So you don't want me and the baby to come? All right. No, just my friends, all girls. I'm like, damn, that's a little, I don't want to say strange, but I was like, okay, we usually do it as a family, but this is cool. You want to have it with all girls. So she has the all girls party. I don't go. I falls back. After that, we have like a little dinner in the basement or whatever at the crib. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm going to go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this individual name because I ain't even trying to give her no clout. She's a extreme clout chaser. So I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I bought through the whole crib, all the utilities in my name. That's another story, but she fabricating. I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front?
Right.
So
Right.
now I'm like, damn, weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came into bed with me. She hugged me, kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't adding up. You feel me?
Yeah, but I always thought Remy was already gay.
I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time, I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I say, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this is a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side. I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? I pushed past that. Moving on along.
Man,
I hate to say this, but you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me?
You done said enough.
Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, and when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle, but she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her
house, man. In your house
with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them.
What?
Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not going to do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the out. Because I felt very disrespected.
So what happens here, guys? Brother Pap says he caught you in the bed with another woman that you was in bed with. Now, Pap, I'm gonna just be honest, man. That's a little bit too much simp. That's how I know you trying to get it out, man. You look bad for this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You my dude. I'm gonna get a free Papoose shirt out. Y'all, I love you like you my play cousin. You know, we family and everything. But bro, that was a little bit too much right there, man. That was a little bit too much. Having an all girls party, then she not even letting you clap them. Then you go and find the girl clapping in your house. You bought a stud in your house, or and this is going down. Come on, fam. You been letting this disrespect go on for too long, bruh. And now it's down bad. But you know what? The eagle finally landed and your ass is out of there. You left her. You said, I ain't putting up with this no more. And now she crashing out. That's a good job, bruh. I mean, you was a simp for a minute, but then you was like, nah, man, I'm Papoose, man. I got to get up out of here. Now, the only difference is now you got Clarissa Shields, and she actually might whoop your ass, though. But, hey, you eventually get over it. And this is what happens whenever a black man carries himself with some level of dignity and you ain't willing to put it out there, and she mad that you don't want to take her back and put up with all that stuff. Now, he ended up having to actually block her on one of these live clips, and I actually forgot about that. Now, if you see, she came in Basically on her daughter's accounts, Reminisce McKenzie, she says he stayed because I paid for everything, and he ended up having to block her there. That's how petty she is. You coming in on the live, on his live, he did already blocked you on the main account. Now you come on your daughter's account, and he's still blocking that. Your ass is down bad. So guys,